Happy Monday, everybody. Big waves to you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. I said everybody's coming in a little quiet. You must have been hunting some Easter eggs and wore yourself out yesterday. But happy Easter. Hope everybody's had a good weekend. And we got three beautiful humans that we see that it was their birthday. Actually, two was this weekend. One's today. Nancy Botsford's today. Sandy Smith out in Canada was this weekend, and Glenda Watson was this weekend. Now, Glenda Watson is this lady, man, she is a die-hard War Eagle, Auburn Tiger fan, and we hope Harold just absolutely spoiled her this weekend. I know he did. So, um, all right. Well, the word for today to kick off this Monday is rebirth. Rebirth. And thank you again, Pat Ogden, for the book. But the words rebirth, and I felt like it was timely, right? Timely for the word. But if you look at rebirth, it means being born again, renewed, made new after a period of difficulty, loss, change, or growth. So as soon as I read this definition, here's what I thought about. Like when you think about rebirth, it's like I'm I'm starting something new, right? And then I immediately went to, isn't it easier a lot of times to just take your ball and go to a different court? Coach Bill, what do you think about it? Like when somebody doesn't like how the season's going, it's like, let me just jump ship, try a different program, you know? Because a lot of times you think you're rebirthing, right? Like you're making new, you're making a move. Well, hopefully, what I'm going to talk to today is about sticking and staying in the different areas of our life can be rebirth as well, right? And to me, here's what it means. Like rebirth is not about becoming a completely different person or making a completely different change. It's about becoming a truer version of who we're meant to be, right? I mean, I'm going to use business for an example. There's times in my journey of being an entrepreneur that it's like the answer wasn't to change, the answer was to create a new version of myself, to get more serious, to get more focused, to get more where I need to be to create the growth I need in my life. And sometimes it's got to be a renewed spirit, right? It takes me going, you know what? Starting today, I'm going to make the change I need, right? That can be rebirth, right? It's not always like shutting the door and moving to a different chapter. Although sometimes that seems very much the easier plan, right? Where the grass is always greener. But it often comes after something has ended, like a hard season, a disappointment, burnout. Have you ever had burnout? I want to tell you, in my health, my journey of 50 years, I've had a lot of burnout where I start feeling good about myself, and before you know it, I have not showed up to the gym in 3 months. And it's like, why, Brent? Because what happened is my 30 minutes of gym time turned into 3 hours. And before you know it, I've spent so much time there that I completely burned myself out to where I spiral back to this version in my health that I didn't want to be. So rebirth is after realizing, look, I slipped and now it's time to get back, right? Just recently, for me, I don't know how long ago it was, but I made a decision after my birthday. I turned 50. I said, you know what? I'm 211 pounds. I've slipped. Some of the ladies, when I went to the summit, was like, "You're quite healthy there at PXP, right? Have you ever been there? Where you slipped?" And so I got back focused and now it's like 187 pounds that I'm sitting at today. So yeah, feeling so much better. But I've had that moments in my life. So to me, rebirth is the process of shedding what no longer belongs in your life and stepping into something healthier, wiser, stronger. It's not always flashy. It's not always something new, right? Right? I had to stay with my same body. I just had to make a decision to rebirth, like make a change. Um, and sometimes it looks quiet. It looks like better boundaries, deeper peace, new habits, clearer priorities, right? I'm going to start reaching out to 5 people a day, like whatever that is for you and me. Like we're all different, but it's a fresh sense of purpose where I want to go. And so I'm going to end with this and turn it to Andrea. When we embrace rebirth, and this is what I wrote down this morning, we stop clinging to what was and we start building what can be. I don't know about you, but there's times in my life where I'm in quicksand because I'm looking in the past, PTSD of the past, what I used to do in the past, how big of a deal I was in the past, instead of just going, that was in the past. Like embrace the rebirth and stop clinging to all that stuff and start building what this version of myself is going to go do. And that was the biggest thing for me, Andrea, is like that takes a sense of dropping the ego and go, I used to be all, so I'm going to shut the door on that and I'm going to go rebirth into the new version of myself in this phase of my life. So I'll turn it to you.
Well, great lesson this morning, Coach. Thank you. And you're getting the request for the quote. So if you want to throw that in the chat, you might want to type that up for the quote
Okay.
that you shared. But first of all, I want to welcome back our world travelers. So we have our Egyptian travelers are back with us today. So welcome everybody. I hope you had an amazing time. I'm sure you did. So love that. And the quote that I found was rebirth begins the moment you stop mourning the old you and start honoring the person you are becoming. And I love that because it shows us that we can keep becoming any day of the week, any time of our life, at any age, we can continue to become something a little bit better, a little bit more, a little bit something that we are looking for. And so, what I looked into is okay, how do we walk into this? How do we truly rebirth who we are any day of the week? How do we do that? So, first of all, I've got to let something old fade away. And it could be a mindset that isn't serving me anymore, that I can't mindset or I don't know. Just you pick the mindset, right? Like you pick the mindset that you think you could release, but go release that. Maybe it's a habit that you need to break, whatever that may look like, a relationship dynamic that is actually harming your relationship and it's not helping you be strong together, a story that you keep telling yourself, whatever it may be, let that thing die. Let that go away because if we want to grow, we want to be better in the future, we don't need to bring that with us. Next is just stop apologizing for growing. Not everyone is going to understand the direction that you're moving. Not everybody is going to understand your next chapter. And that's perfectly okay because guess what? We all are on our own journey. Like if I tried to go grow in the spaces that Greg Bibb is growing, that might not serve me because I'm not a coach. So I'm not going to be out there helping people in that space. So I have to go on my journey and let everybody else go on theirs. Number three is to give yourself permission to begin again. We're not behind. we're right where we're supposed to be. We are being rebuilt right at this moment. So now's the time to go get started and give yourself that permission to course correct right where we need to. Number four is to trade shame for wisdom. So, what we might not be super proud of can absolutely teach us a lesson without defining us. We've all screwed up, right? We talked about that one perfect person. Hopefully we all celebrated him yesterday, and it was none of us on here, right? Like that's not us. So we've all screwed up. We've done things that we're not proud of, whatever that may be. Trade that shame in and go learn the lesson from it so that we can grow and be better in the future. Next is to protect our new season. You know, baby plants need fences. You picture that garden that maybe you've got some buds out there. I don't know if Anne's on today. She can tell us what's happening in the garden right now. But they need those fences so they can get that start. And you know what? Our growth and our rebirth needs those fences as well. So set those boundaries, protect yourself in those moments so that we can keep moving on. Next is to look for little small signs of life. And what does that mean? That means that new thought, right? That I think I'm going to go try this today. That new discipline where you're like, hey, I'm looking at my little habit tracker and I see that I drank my water goal every day for the last, I don't know, maybe 3 days, but maybe it's 15 or 20, whatever it may be. Look for those wins, the new level of peace that you might be having, the new bit of courage that you might have. All of that is signs that you're growing and you're rebirthing in the right direction. So go look for it. And then just remember that I'm going to say, just like birth, rebirth is often messy before it's beautiful, right? So cute little butterflies don't arrive looking shiny and new, right? There was that whole cocoon situation going on first where they're kind of creepy and kind of ugly before it happens. And that's where, as we're growing, we might have our warts and all of that that shows during that time. So just realize it's going to be a little bit messy, but at the end, it's going to be beautiful. So just remember, we don't have to have it all figured out. We just need to have the courage to stop living like our current version is the only version of us that we get to have. So I thought this was a good one, Pat. Loving this book. It's been fantastic and can't wait to sing to our birthday ladies today.
Yes, yes, yes. Amazing start to the Monday. So, all right, Sandy Smith and Glenda Watson, here's to you. Here we go. Happy
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 birthday
Happy
birthday
to
day.
to
you.
birthday.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday,
birthday
Sandy and
you.
to
Glenda.
you.
Happy
Happy
birthday to
Birthday to
birthday
you.
to
you.
Birthday.
more. Happy
Many
You.
more, many
You
more.
birthday.
Happy
guys,
Thank you
birthday,
guys. Have a good
Lady.
thank
Monday.
you. We'll see you
A
back
great job,
tomorrow.
guys.
Bye
Happy birthday, ladies.
bye.
More.
Thank you.